We used to think that evolution was something that only really mattered for fossils, that it required hundreds and thousands or millions of years to happen.
You have to judge the book by the cover in this case.
Yeah.
But the predator sees is the very top part, even though it's from it.
Snowshoe hares are a good study species because, first of all, they're very cute and they're nice to handle. They also are the prey of a whole lot of other species out in the forest. To keep from being eaten, snowshoe hares have evolved this remarkable adaptation, this camouflage, where they're brown in the summer and white in the winter. But over the last 20 years of following these hares, we started noticing something. Earlier and earlier in the spring, we saw these white hairs sticking out like light bulbs against a brown background. At the same time, climate scientists were starting to notice that there was a reduction in the number of days with snow on the ground. I found myself asking, as there's less and less snow, what will happen to these animals? Traits like coat color in hares determine whether or not an animal will survive and reproduce. For a trait to evolve, there has to be variety. It's like having a bunch of raffle tickets increases the chance to win in the game of life and death.
Not all snowshoe hares turn white in the winter. This is a really fascinating part of the project. Populations that exist in mild climates with less snow cover have evolved the ability to stay brown in the winter. Importantly, there are also transitional areas where both brown and white hares are found living in the same place.
Now we're realizing that meaningful evolutionary change can happen really fast, on the order of only maybe 5 or 10 generations.
It's really that variation that we think is crucial to responding to loss of snow as climate changes.
And so, why not take that knowledge and then be able to ask, how could we use natural selection to be able to get these species persisting going into the future? So what snowshoe hares and this project allows us to do is to think about how can we harness this knowledge that we have about rapid evolutionary change and inject that into conservation practices. This hasn't been done before. Science could directly inform conservation. This is a daunting time, but I really believe as a scientist that this is a tool that can help us to preserve species in a changing climate.